Are you that mom that has been thinking on how do I maximize my income in this time when there's such a fast increase in cost of things? And the worst is that this increase is not just in one thing, it's not just in food. Your house rent is increasing, food is increasing, school fees is increasing, everything around you. And you know the truth is not just in one part of the world, it's not just in one country. Almost every economy is suffering from this in this time. And you are struggling and you are thinking, oh God, what will I do? God, are you there? God is there. But today, walk with me. Let me show you how you can maximize that your income and still have a life filled with peace and a wonderful family. Come on, guys, let's go. Nobody is unaware of the current changes in the society. And like I said, it's not tied to a particular country. It's not tied to Africa. It's not tied to Ghana. It's not tied to Kenya. It's not tied to Nigeria. It's not tied to USA. It's not tied to UK. This change in the economy is happening in various countries, and there's is rapid, it's so quick. The change is happening in a way that is, let's use the word, very fast. And nobody's prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this. You're not prepared for this. We didn't know that it would happen this quick. And no matter how much your income stream are this time, you wouldn't say that some of this increase still come to you as a shock. You're like, are you serious? Is that the price? So some of this increase still comes to you as a shock. Now, how do you maximize the income in order to meet with the need? Every woman in one way or the other, every man in one way or the other is passing through this challenge. Whether you're single or you're married, some of these changes are still coming as a shock to you because you weren't expecting it and you weren't expecting it this quick. Probably you got this thing for $1 and you're surprised now it's three, or you got it for 1,000 naira and you're surprised now it's 5,000 naira. The change is so big. You were like, okay, even if it has added something, it should be maybe 1,500 naira. But surprisingly, that thing just skyrocketed from 1,000 naira to 5,000 naira. And you know one thing, your salary or the rate at which you are getting income in your business did not skyrocket with that speed immediately. And this one coming to you came like a shock. I knew some people that are taking up balance in their business because the same goods that they bought at a certain price and they sold, probably they bought it at 2,000 naira and they sold it at 2,300 naira, expecting that even if there will be an increase, it will be a 100 naira increase. Okay, now they get back to buy and these same goods are now sold at 3,000 naira. Is that business growing or going back? Because you sold that goods with the previous price and you sold it with much loss. So, how do you maximize your income in this pressing economy? My name is Lillian, and you are welcome once again to my channel. And one thing I want to tell you is please subscribe, join the family. That is one thing you would do for me, which is to like, comment, and share. You're helping to build this community and help other people to get these beautiful information that I'm sharing in this channel. So today, I'm going to be sharing on this topic because I really care about your peace. Remember, your peace is my concern. And how can you maximize your income in this time and still enjoy your peace? Okay, let's see. Now, number one thing in maximizing your income in this time is that you must tell yourself, how much is my income? Mhm. It is time to reevaluate your income. Sometimes the economy is changing, but we are not evaluating our income. How is the money coming in? Even if you have two or three streams of income, you need to reevaluate it to see how is the money coming in and how much am I making. Probably you run your own business and you think it's your own. So on a very good day, you just put your hand into the business, you just do one thing or the other the way you want to do it. In this time, it is one thing to evaluate your income. Yes. Evaluate how much is coming into my account. Evaluate how much I am making in a week or in a month, depending on the type of business that you do if you are not on paid salary. And if you're on paid salary, you need to be certain that this is what comes in for me at the end of the month when I remove my T fare. Your T fare is not part of it. When I remove everything that transportation costs me during the month, this is what I have. And if you're a business person, it's time to tell yourself, this is what I make every week. Because some businesses, if you tell them to calculate themselves for a month, they feel so worn out by it. And I'm sharing this information not just for big businesses, even small businesses. How do you handle it? You need to have clear statement on how much comes in per week and how much went out, and how much do you have as a person coming into you, especially if the business is just a sole proprietorship business where you are the owner of the business and only you run the business. Now, when you've evaluated how much is coming in, number two is that you are going to be intentional to make plans for the month. One thing that you must agree with life is that some things occur unplanned. So, to help you in this time, you need to make some level of budget for the month. You need to make some level of budget for the month. If you don't make some level of budgeting for the month, you would observe that you kept spending and spending because needs kept popping up and you weren't able to do any other thing for yourself. So this is the time to make some reasonable budgets about how you'll be spending either weekly or monthly, depending on how your strength could carry you. Make sure that you try as much as you can to set a budget so that even if some unplanned things show up, your budget would have been planned out and there's already something, a particular amount of money, right, fixed within your budget. So that remaining extra outside the little you're going to be saving, outside the one you're saving, sorry, the one that is left out covers up for unexpected expenses. Let me share it with you. Like how I save money most times is I have a different um file where I keep money that I call miscellaneous. Why? I know that certain expenses might come up that I didn't plan for, which I may not even be able to explain to you very well, but they popped up. And when those expenses popped up, what was I supposed to do at that junction? Am I supposed to off the light and say I'm no longer doing it? No. When those expenses popped up, what I did in return is to go to that place where I save miscellaneous and go there and pick what I need for my for to settle that kind of problem. So make sure that you have a budget that you work with and you have something kept in case if something unplanned showed up, and then your little savings. Remember, you cannot spend just extravagantly so that some things don't take you unawares. You have a family, you have children to cater for. That should always be at the back of your mind. And when you know these responsibilities are in front of you, you're gonna plan well. Number three, sorry, am I correct? Okay. Number three is that you're going to make sure that you try to make your streams of income not just one, even in that line of business that you are into. Someone will be like, okay, I just do one kind of business. So how can you tell me that I'm going to make multiply my stream of income even in that one business? Check out what is that one thing in my business that I've not applied, that I felt it was for some people, or I don't want to get into it. Why don't you check if actually you can get into it, even if you don't use the way every other person is doing it, and you know that it's cost effective and it comes with profits. So, what is that thing in your business that you can add? Or are you a salary earner? What is that other thing that you can do that could be a source of income for you, despite the fact that you're working? It could be online and it could be offline. Yes. You could put something together, you could put a course together, you could put seminars, you could put workshops to share your information, you could organize a conference, or you could set up something in the physical. So probably you could have a small delivery that you make for people from your home. So during weekends when you are not going to work, you make these deliveries, and people know that this is another side thing that you do. You'd be surprised. People can order that from you. So multiply your stream of income, even if it's giving you small income. That means the income could be coming from here, from here, from here, and when you put them together, you would observe that you've had more than you were earning before. So let's take, for instance, I work with my husband and I run online courses, and then I host seminars for women. All these things give me little income from different directions. I'm trying to build my YouTube channel, of which if it grows and I have more subscribers, I'm also going to have it as a means of income. So you try to put your hands into very little things. It means they may not be time consuming, they may not give you that big wealth immediately, but at that beginning stage, you need to do those things so that they can increase your income. Do you know why? The economy doesn't care about your previous income, it just keeps changing. Okay, now finally, I want to add something that you are not expecting, and that thing is, what is that skill that you have that you've kept one angle and spent on having it? Think. Tell me that in the comment section. Let me give you an instance. I'm a fashion designer. Yes. I tell you that I'm a coach and an entrepreneur. I'm also a fashion designer. But I don't do fashion design as a full-time business because of my health. I cannot be able to manage the business. I can't be able to manage it as a full-time business at this time, until when I'm prepared and I know I'm capable to handle workers working for me. But on my own personally, I can't be able to run the business first at this moment. So, but what do I do with this? I'm in front of my machine now. What do I do with this, with the knowledge I have? I make my baby's clothes myself. Majority of the dresses in my baby's wardrobe are made by me. So I don't spend on getting a designer to make my child's clothes. I used to work with a designer as well. So what I do is sometimes I would call her. I would have cut the baby's dresses and everything because she's a friend. Her job is just to help me do the stitching whenever my health is not okay for me to do everything that comes with the sewing, the bending and the stitching and everything that comes with it. So I just call her and she do it for me. Then I pay her little and not what the normal designer would have charged me for the clothes. So when I cut the dresses and everything, get the style fix, she makes the clothes for me. And at that junction, it becomes cheaper for me. What is that skill or that thing that you're so good at that you can be the one doing it to provide that thing for yourself and save costs? Ever since I've been doing this, I'm so grateful to God that I was able to learn the skill because it has saved me a lot of expenses. Yes, it has saved me a lot of expenses. Like, I'm making another dress for her now. This is the dress I'm trying to make for her. You can see the stitches. Yes, I'm the one making this dress for her. It's done with Nigerian fabric. It's called Ankara. This fabric now. So as I'm making these dresses, I don't need to pay anybody for it anymore. I don't need to spend that money again on that particular thing. So what is that thing that you've been spending money on, but on your spare times you could provide the same service? On your spare time you could do that thing for yourself. On your spare time you could fix that thing. Check. What is that one thing I keep spending on that I know if I put some things together, I should be able to take care of it? I was discussing with a friend some days back, and he said he hardly uses fridge, and whenever he owns his generator, he often don't on his fridge. And I was telling him one of the things that consume gas in your house is because you are constantly warming your food, you're constantly preparing everything you eat in your house fresh. So every day there's something burning up with the gas that you use in your house, and that is why you see it finishing so quick because I use the same kg of gas cylinder that you're using and mine doesn't finish that way. And here is the secret. You might be that kind of person that also like when there is no power, you can be the one to on your generator and use it through the night before you go off to sleep and then off it. Now you allow that same generator to be on, it consumes that same fuel, but your fridge is not on. So if you could afford a bigger generator, if you don't have one already, why don't you go for it and be able to make sure that your fridge is on so that when you cook, you store everything at once into the fridge. Let me tell you one thing. Almost what it will take you to prepare a small pot of soup is still what it will take you to prepare a big one. Almost the same gas is what it will take you. If it comes to the cooking items, it's just some little extra that you would add if you're making that same soup, if you're making that same food. So why cook just small quantity and they eat it immediately and it's there's no more food in the house. Everywhere is empty. In the next minute again, you are cooking again. It is the same jollof rice that you would have just added some little extra things to and be able to have a bigger size of food that could serve now and could serve later in the evening or the following day. So with your fridge available, you are sure that whatever you are cooking, if we don't consume it today, I have my plates, I package them very, very well. I store them. When I need them, you bring them out. If you have a microwave, you microwave it. If you don't have a microwave, you try to put it in your pan, your pan, and carefully warm it. And you will still enjoy your sumptuous food. At that moment, you are maximizing your income, beautiful. You're maximizing your income, young man. So somebody might be like, I don't like to cook, I don't like to do this one. Beyond cooking, there are other things that I could do this thing for myself if I put a little time to it and prevent myself from spending. So, what is that thing that you keep pushing out for people to do for you? What is that thing that you keep pushing out for someone to do for you and you keep spending on it? When on a very good day, if you keep this thing for your Sunday when you are free, or your Tuesday when you are free, or your Wednesday when it's your off day, or your Thursday when you can do it, and you just try to wake up very early in the morning and try to fix that thing so that it's really don't encroach in your day. So you won't say, okay, I was supposed to rest, I was supposed to go to get grocery, I was supposed to do this, and you know, all those stuff is now compound and become difficult for you. Why don't you try to do it yourself? When you do it yourself, you save the expense. You try to save your income too. The economy is not funny. The economy is not slowing down. So what's the point slowing down? So today, make sure that you put some things in mind when you're making your plans. I would love to hear what you have to say on all this in the comment section. Now, if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? So, if you can apply these measures that I've told you on how to maximize your income in 2023 and even in the future, of course, you will sure come back to thank me because you're going to be amazed at how much things or how many things you can be able to achieve even with that your little income, and how you can also increase your income by being intentional to find other things that you could do that could give you, even if it's not big, no matter the amount it's giving you, it could also serve as a way to boost your income. In this time, laziness is not an option. You just need to get up and keep going. Hello, baby girl. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to see you in my next content. Watching it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Share to get more people to view it and to get this lovely information. Love you. Bye. Content too.